So this is an important announcement, and I'm hoping you're able to watch this to the very end because there's a lot of information in this video that concerns you if you're interested in joining the BMG, the Business Mentorship Group by John Paul Iwuoha. So it's been a long wait, and I cannot believe that finally we are just in the last few days of the opening of the Business Mentorship Group on the 31st of August, 2024. So the purpose of this video is to let you know exactly what to expect in the Business Mentorship Group, right? If you have been following my work for some time, I'm sure the anticipation has been unbearable, but I can promise that my plan is to deliver more than what you expect. So there are about 7 core benefits of joining the Business Mentorship Group, but I want to use this opportunity to talk about the most important ones that I think should catch your interest. The very first one is the weekly focus topics, right? So before you know joining the BMG, you're expected to go through an application, that has several different questions there. And one of the reasons for those questions is to understand what the needs and expectations of the people who want to join the BMG are. And based on what you have provided, I have crafted weekly focus topics. Now, what this means is that every week in the BMG, we're going to be focusing on an important and critical business problem, a business challenge, a business opportunity, something that is of interest to anybody who has started a business, is running a business, wants to grow a business, or is about to start a business. So I want to run you through some of the important topics for 2024. We have just about 4 months to go in the year, starting from September. So in September, the first week of September, we're going to be talking about value proposition. This is a very key part of many businesses. If you do not define and know how to communicate your value proposition, your competitive position will struggle, your sales will likely struggle, you'll likely struggle with getting customers because they don't know what you stand for, they don't know what to expect by dealing with your business. Another key topic in September will be pricing strategies. Many businesses are leaving money on the table because they are getting their pricing wrong. And pricing is not just about making sales. Pricing communicates several different things. Pricing can be used to achieve several different things, as you're going to understand when we discuss it inside of the BMG. You might be amazed the kinds of things you can do with pricing, and you're not even scratching the surface in your business. We're also going to be talking about business processes. This will be particularly interesting to anybody who is running a business right now and is overwhelmed because you're running your business from the operating system that sits inside your head. That's not proper. What it means is that you cannot fall sick, you cannot take a vacation, you cannot travel, you can't take time out for family and friends. You see some people who say they've been running a business and they've not taken a vacation in 5 years, 7 years. That's not proper. It's happening because your physical presence is tied to the success of your business. And that's what structure can do for you. And a key part of structure for those people who attended the business clinic over the weekend is processes. Processes show the way of how excellence happens in your business. Whether you are there or you're not there, people know what to do. And I'm going to be teaching you exactly how to develop and implement processes in your business. Another very interesting topic for September is how to raise money for business. By far, this was one of the most popular requests from people who applied to join the BMG. There are many people who are struggling to raise money to start a business. Some people who already have a business are struggling to raise money to keep the business afloat. And some people are looking for money to grow the business and take it to the next level. So these are the things we're going to discuss in September. In October, we also have a couple of interesting topics. The first week of October, we're talking about sales boost. Whatever ails your business in terms of attracting customers, converting and keeping those customers. We're going to be discussing it in the first week of October 2024. So I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot and fix sales problems so that you can boost sales volumes or sales margins or both of these things. And the second week of October, we're going to be talking about cost management. If you're in an economy right now that is, pinching businesses, there's inflationary pressure on prices. The cost of doing business has gone up. Many businesses are struggling. And a key reason is that the costs have gone out of control. Many people don't have a thumb on their costs, So, but I'm going to be teaching you how to keep an eye on your cost, properly manage your cost, trim down excesses where it's required, fine tune and streamline other aspects of your business where you can get more value for the money you're spending. So, one big mistake is that people think that cost management is about cutting, cutting, cutting. Sometimes you cut, it compromises the quality of your products, it compromises the perception of your company, of your brand, of your products in the eyes of your customers. Not every cost needs to be cut. Sometimes you may need to cut a cost. Sometimes you may need to optimize the cost. Sometimes you may need to justify the cost. But essentially, those are things we're going to be discussing in the second week of October. Other topics we're going to discuss in October would be startup strategy. So you have one or several business ideas and you're thinking, how do I start this business without wasting my time, money, and energy starting a business and the business fails? We know that there's a very high rate of business failure, right? So if you don't want to be a casualty, the third week of October holds a lot of benefit and knowledge that I'm going to share with you so that you can start your business in a way that maximizes your chances of success. Other things we're going to be discussing in October, we're going to talk about strategic partnerships. We're also going to be talking about how to hire capable people. Human capital, human resources is a critical part of many businesses because it's difficult to keep a business running or even scaling, without hiring employees but one key problem we're having right now, many businesses are having, is people are finding it very difficult to attract good people to come work in their businesses. So in the fourth week of October, I'll be taking on that problem. I will show you how to find good people, how to recruit them, so the interview process and all that, how to onboard them, and steps you can take to keep those people in your business and increase the chances that they end up becoming loyal people. You're not just looking for competent and capable people. You may hire competent and capable people, but they keep quitting on you. They keep leaving your business. How can you retain more capable people? That is one thing we're going to be talking about in October. We're also going to be talking about strategic partnerships. Simple but strategic things you can do that can unlock doors and unlock opportunities. So what I like about strategy is that some people believe in hustle. You hustle morning till night, you're sweating, you're hustling, you're working hard, you're stressed and all that. And some people believe in strategy. They don't put in, the effort is not as much as you put in, but most of the effort is into decision making, positioning, and targeting the right places in the market, the right places, the right events, the right people that can unlock opportunities for your business. So that's it for October. In November is quite interesting because we have a couple of topics. One that catches my attention is the business valuation. So you're about to raise money, you're about to take equity from an investor, but you have no idea what the valuation of your business is, which is a major handicap. How would you negotiate with an investor who wants 60% of your company when you don't know what the valuation of your company will be? And you have a business partner, you have a friend, the two of you have started a business or you want to start a business, but you're thinking of how do we share equity? Should it be 30-70? Should it be 10-90? Should it be 50-50? I've seen these kinds of conversations wreck and damage very good friendships, right? So in the first week of November, you're going to learn techniques for properly estimating the value of a business and how to split equity. Other things we're going to be talking about, very interesting in November, profit maximization. Many businesses are leaving money on the table. You struggle, you pay your rent, you pay your employees, you pay your suppliers, you pay the tax man, you pay the bank loan. By the end of the day, as the owner of the business, you have very little to take home. So the problem the job of an entrepreneur, the role of an entrepreneur is that you eat last. You are usually the last person who takes money out of the business. You pay everybody. And then what is left, which is known as profit, that is what you take. Unfortunately, many entrepreneurs put in so much work. Many business owners put in so much work, so much labor, but there's nothing to show for it. So in the second week of November, I'm going to be talking about profit optimization strategies, things you can do to increase the amount of profit you can make from your business without necessarily doing too much additional work. Or even if you're going to do additional work, at least you can see the rewards, right? We're going to be talking about building a management team in November. If you've been a one-man business or a one-woman business and you're thinking of, okay, what's the next level? I don't want to keep carrying the burden of this business, right? I need to build a team of capable people. You're thinking of a management team now, not just employees, not like the low-level people or like the people who are in the trenches. These are the leaders, essentially your lieutenants. You're thinking about recruiting or building a team of lieutenants who report to you but are responsible for running and growing the business. We're going to be talking about that in November. We're also going to be talking about how to test your business ideas. You have business ideas. You want to test these business ideas. You want to know if they have any merit. Before you spend money, borrow money from people, sell property to go and start a business. Many people make the mistake of, because there's a lot of emotion in the early stages of starting a business. There's a lot of belief. So building a business goes beyond belief. That's why many people get hurt. That's why many people lose their shirts. That's why many people lose money, right? This thing is part science, part art, right? So I'm going to be showing you how to test business ideas so that you can be sure that you have better chances of making that business succeed if you eventually start that business. And then how are we going to round up 2024? We're going to round it up with a couple of very interesting topics. In December, we're going to be talking about how to handle the pressures of building a business. This is a topic that I wish had more attention, but a lot of people don't pay attention to these things, right? Because we're in hustle mode, we're in business building mode, and it's not surprising that many entrepreneurs and business owners are severely traumatized. Many of them are very stressed. They are paying for it with their health, with their mental well-being, with their relationships, with their family, with their spouse, with their children. This is something I wish we talked about more. But I'm happy that we're going to create room for that in the first week of December to talk about the pressures of building a business. We're also going to talk about how to turn around a failing business. We got quite a number of passionate applications of people saying that their business is in trouble, their business is about to crash, their business is sick, their business has been severely mismanaged and is about to fail. How can they turn it around? So in the second week of December, we are going to be talking about how to turn around a sick and failing business so that if you're in that kind of situation, you know exactly what to do to improve the chances that that business will eventually, survive. So in week 3 of December 2024, we're going to be focusing on growth strategy. So if you've been running your business for some time, or you started your business this year, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, and you're thinking of moving your business to the next level, in December, we're going to be talking about different ways you can grow and expand the business and what the implications will be for you. Because many times people want to grow their business, but they don't understand that it is something that will cost something, right? Growth has a cost. So by the time we're done with that topic in December, you would know if you are ready for growth and if you have the resources or you have what it takes to move your business to the next level and who you have to become to run a growing business, right? So I'm really looking forward to that topic in December of this year when we're going to talk about growth strategy. And it's actually quite a pivotal topic because we'll be discussing it on the verge of a new year, right? So if you have any plans for next year about growing the current size, the current scale of your business, I'm really looking forward to discussing that topic in 2024, in December 2024. And then, of course, to round off the year, we're going to be discussing strategies for 2025. So, right, planning is a key part of running a sustainable business. Strategy is a key part. So, given the current environment, given the state of the economies in our different countries, given the state of the business environment, given how consumer tastes and preferences and purchasing power has changed, what is your plan for 2025? So, we're going to be discussing, that will be our last topic for the year, for 2024, before we go on break for the Christmas holiday. So we're really it's going to be a combination of a brainstorming session. I'll be sharing insights, because planning for a new year is a big deal because how you start the year will set your pace for the rest of 2025. So I'm looking forward to discussing the strategy for 2025 in December. So these are the topics we're going to discuss for this year in the BMG. By January, I would introduce the next set of topics. The reason I'm not releasing a 1-year calendar or a 6-month calendar is that a lot of these topics depend on the needs and feedback of people in the BMG. So based on what you're struggling with in your business, what your needs are, where you want to take your business to, we can then introduce those topics and focus on those topics. Now, I need to mention this. Because we have weekly focus topics, that doesn't mean that that is the only topic we're going to discuss for that week. So, for example, if we're discussing profit maximization, it doesn't mean that if you have any questions in the BMG, you can only ask questions around profit maximization. Maybe that is not the struggle your business is facing at the moment. But whatever the struggle your business is facing, you have the benefits as a member of the BMG to ask any question about your business, right? And get a response within 24 hours. I'm still going to talk about that in an upcoming video this week, right? But this video has been about letting you know what to expect. This is just one of 7 core benefits, right? The weekly focus topics. The goal is that you are more or less getting training on the job. And that's a funny thing. Many of us who run businesses don't take out time to develop and invest in ourselves. We pay for training for staff, we invest in other people, but because we don't have time, right, we do not really invest in our personal development. The BMG is structured in such a way with this weekly focus topics that you are able to learn on the go. This is not a class where you have to sit down and watch. That's why you have a whole week. So we have a whole week to discuss that topic, get into like a deep dive, really understand the nuts and bolts of all these topics I've just talked to you about, so that at the end of the week, you have a better understanding of your competitive position, how to raise money, how to optimize your profits, how to better manage your costs, how to be a better manager, all these things. So it's designed for busy people. That's what the BMG is designed for, people who are busy and not just sitting there looking at their phones. So it's very flexible. You have a whole week to go through the topic. So in tomorrow's video, I'm going to talk about another key benefit. And as we count down to Saturday, you will have a better understanding of what to expect if you make it into the BMG. As of today, 600 and something people have applied to join the BMG. Not all of them were successful. We only have about 500 and so people. So we had to reject upwards of 100 applications, right? So and we're still accepting more applications up until the next 48 hours before we end the applications. And then applications will be open after the 31st of August. I'm really focused on getting the right people. I don't want people who will come in and waste this opportunity. This is a serious engagement for people who are ready to redefine what they're doing with their business. Yeah. Oh, and before I forget, I know one common question is likely going to be how much will it cost to join the BMG? So I think we now finally have a figure. Based on the number of people who applied, the commitment I have with you is that we're going to take the average of the top 2 most popular prices. And it turns out that the top 2 are 25,000 naira or $25 and 50,000 naira or $50. So the average of these two comes down to 37,500 naira if you're paying in Nigerian naira, or if you're paying internationally, that comes to $37.5. It will likely be rounded up to $38. So there we have it. That would be the price of joining the BMG. It is far lower than I would have set if I decided to set the price. But because I'd already promised that the cost of the BMG will be decided by the people who will join the BMG, I would respect this price, even though it is below what I would have wanted. But the people have decided. So let's try this. This is my own approach to customer focused pricing strategy. Let's see how it goes. So I'm committing to that price. The cost to join the BMG is 37,500 naira per month, or the equivalent in US dollars, $37.5 or $38 per month. So it's a monthly commitment, and there you have it. That is the answer. Thank you. And okay, tomorrow we'll talk about that.